Star Wars is dead. And as someone who looks like Jabba the Hutt, I probably should be happy about that, but I'm not. But after years of lackluster movies, lackluster shows, a couple of good shows, lackluster video games, well, with a couple of good video games, this is the thing that I think officially has killed it. What we're looking at here is the breakdown for the different options to purchase the Star Wars Outlaws Ubisoft open world Star Wars game. And let's start with the Standard Edition, which, just like most modern games, is now $69, which is probably $10 more than a game should be these days. Then we have the Gold Edition, which is $109. Includes the base game, the pre-order bonus, 3 days early access to play your single-player game, and then, of course, it comes with the Season Pass. Here's the thing about this Season Pass. It also does include day one content that has been taken out of the $70 version of the game. You'll get the Jabba's Gambit exclusive mission at launch, as long as you spend $109 on this version. Then, of course, it wouldn't be a Ubisoft game without an Ultimate Edition, which includes a digital art book. The Sabak Shark bundle, which includes cosmetics for the blaster, the speeder, the spaceship. The Rogue Infiltrator bundle, which includes cosmetics for K, Nyx, the speeder, the Trailblazer, and all the other stuff that you get in the $109 version, plus $20 extra for basically some skins. I mean, what we have here is a single-player game with an outrageous pricing structure, $130 for the game. That includes day one DLC that's not in the base version of the game, and it's based on Star Wars, but doesn't include any of the stuff that you recognize or like about Star Wars. So it's a complete and utter clusterfuck, or basically an average Ubisoft game. And then there's the kicker, the subscription service, where with Ubisoft Plus, you get access to a whole ton of games, including this game for only $17.99 a month, rounded up to $20 a month. Everything that's in the Ultimate Edition is included with this subscription fee, basically proving that the Ultimate Edition doesn't have anything worth paying extra for, because they're going to effectively give it away along with their other 100 plus games as long as you subscribe. And don't get confused, by the way, this isn't Xbox Game Pass you're paying for. This isn't PlayStation Plus Ultimate you're paying for that has access to all of those games as well. But this is a whole other service that you'll have to pay for on top of Xbox, on top of PlayStation, on top of the PC that you're already paying for to get access to this game. Then we have the trailer, which currently is setting at 1.6 million views with 33K likes, which sounds great, but when you turn on one of those add-ons that let you see the dislikes, it's got about a 3 times likes to dislikes ratio. 33% likes, 66% dislikes is where it seems to be averaging. And there's a lot of different reasons for that. I'm sure a lot of people are upset about the pricing. There's other reasons too. Modern video game discourse and how it goes. Also, let's not forget, this is a Ubisoft game. And when you take a look at their most recent hits, like Skull and Bones, which is critically panned, and Avatar, which was mid at best, Far Cry 6, which was pretty bad compared to the rest. Unfortunately, if you spend your hard-earned money on this game or on this service, what you're going to get for your money is most likely a Ubisoft game, which is not known for its quality these days. Which is, it's a good thing that the trailer is showing the quality you can expect from this game. Even Forbes magazine has this article that says, the new Star Wars Outlaws trailer looks shockingly bad. To me, it just looks like a modern Ubisoft game, which is pretty much shockingly bad these days. And Forbes is right. This seems like a lower scale Star Wars game, a young scoundrel type versus the galaxy, just her ship or whatever ship she steals, her pet alien versus the galaxy. And there are hints in this story trailer that is a bigger story to unfold with big underworld faction stuff happening, but really they don't get that deep into it in the story trailer, which is a mistake because the story trailer should introduce the potential customer to the story. The gameplay trailer does look pretty good, though. I won't lie. This kind of looks like a Star Wars game, and if the gameplay loop itself is fun, I can overlook a bad story. I mean, I played through Borderlands 3 after all. You can shove a bad story down my throat, but if I'm having fun, I'll ignore your story to play the game. But Ubisoft, I'm not going to pay $130 to play that game. It's not going to happen. The good news is, since it's a Ubisoft game, it will be deeply discounted at some point. And I don't just mean like half off, 70% off, 80% off. They make their games so stupidly cheap eventually. And I don't mean over a year of time. Sometimes their games are 25% off within 30 days of them launching. And the worse the game does, the more likely it is to go on sale. So it's a good thing that this game is dead on arrival if you don't want to pay a ridiculous price to play it. Because I don't know if big companies like Disney and Ubisoft and EA have gotten the message yet, but Star Wars is kind of dead. Most Star Wars fans have moved on, and this isn't the kind of product you can overcharge for anymore. This is the kind of product that you need to undercharge for to get fans back through the door. And you can't do that with a low-quality video game. You're going to have to make the best of the best that provides Star Wars fans what they loved about Star Wars. And if you do that, I think you can win some of us back at least. I still think there's an opportunity for game companies to make Star Wars games Star Wars fans will care about. I never got to play as Darth Vader, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo in a video game that told their stories. And sure, you could do the stories that I already know. I'd love to experience those from those characters' perspective, but what about extended universe stuff that fell between the cracks, stuff I've never heard of? Give me the characters I love with stories I've never been told, done well, and that's the game we might pay $80 for, but not this crap. But then again, sometimes it's time to move on. And with Star Wars, unfortunately, it might be time.